All right, when we look at the key signatures and the circle of fifths and fourths, and those are pretty interchangeable, it's really important that we use these as there's something that we need to memorize, our key signatures. It's not really something that we can always fall back on a tool. I mean, we need to look and see, 5 sharps, so that's B, right? Things like that, they've got to become second nature to a person who studies music theory. But for right now, when we're very early on in the process, then yes, it's absolutely all about tools. So first thing I wanted to pull up was a chart that had all the key signatures in it. And let's see if I can find that. I don't even need that actually. If we just look here, we can see all of the flats written in treble clef and bass clef. So the reason I really wanted to bring this up is if you memorize 7 flats and you memorize 7 sharps, then you have everything that you possibly need to know. Because if you only need 1 flat, there it is. If you only need 2, it's there. 3, it's there. 4, it's there. And you could come up with whatever expression that you want to, like B, greatest common factor, and all that in terms of the order of the flats, but really it's not going to help you unless you know exactly where to put them. This spot on the 3rd line is where the B goes in treble clef. On the top space is where the E flat goes. In the 2nd space is where the A flat goes. Now if you notice, it does create this cascading effect, and here it's the exact same. And if we look at the sharps, I will pull up a sharp key signature, if you bear with me here. If we look at the sharps, it's very similar. All right, that we go F sharp, and then we go to C sharp, and then we go up to G sharp, and then D sharp. Now we'd like to go up to A sharp, but we would need a ledger line, and that's not possible. So that's why the A drops. So that's why we don't have the exact same cascade in the sharp keys as we do the flat keys. But again, if I want 1 sharp, there it is. If I want 2, there they are. 3, 4, 5. So if you just memorize your C flat and C sharp keys in both clefs, then you've got key signatures figured out, and then you just need to grab 2 of them and grab 4 of them and grab 3 of them and do whatever it takes to get it right. All right, so that's really all there is to say about key signatures, getting them to where it's rapid fire. 2 flats, B flat, 1 sharp, G. That sort of thing is what it's going to take to succeed in music theory. The next thing we need to talk about is a circle of fourths and fifths. And a lot of people will just talk about circle of fifths or just talk about circle of fourths. It really is up to you how you want to do it. This is my very poor circle that I can't draw on a MacBook. I apologize. But so you draw a clock, and then what I like to do is draw the targets there. All right. So then in between, there's going to be a couple of dash marks. And I know this is super crude, but that doesn't really matter because it's going to get me what I need it to do. All right, and then here I go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's the number of sharps or flats. Now depending on which way we start, it doesn't really matter. C always goes up at the top, but if we call it the circle of fourths or fifths, I'm going to take you through it both ways. If we go fourths, C, 4 notes up from C, you got to count C as 1, D, E, F. 4 notes up from F, F, G, A, B flat. Now you might be asking, why B flat? Well, the reason why B flat is because the way we use the circle of fourths is we are getting our scales. So C has 0 flats and 0 sharps. We go up 4 notes, we get our next scale, and we make the 4th note flat. So F scale has all the same notes as C, but it also has the 4th note flat. So that would be F, G, A, B flat. Easy. That's also the name of my next scale because that's up a 4th. So now I start on B flat. I keep all the notes from F, B flat, C, D, E, make that flat, F, G, A, B flat. There's my B flat scale. Oh, by the way, I just figured out my next scale, E flat. So again, I'm kind of going through this fast, so let me slow it down for this one. I've got my E flat scale. I play it with all the same pitches that I had in my B flat. E flat, F, G, A is the 4th note, so I make it flat. So an E flat scale has E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. And then my next scale is A flat. All right, so that kind of shows you how it can help to build scales, but it's also a tool to remember the number of flats that each one has. So up a fourth from E flat, A flat, up a fourth would be D flat, and up a fourth would be G flat, which is the same as F sharp. Now I could keep going up a fourth, F sharp, G, A, B, and so on and so forth, and get back to C. Or I could shut everything down for a minute and look at my other way. C up a fifth, circle of fifths, C, D, E, F, G. So the rules are a little different. Here it was go up 4 notes, make the 4-note flat. Here it's go up 5 notes and make the 7th note sharp. So G with all the same notes as C. G, A, B, C, D, E, make F sharp. All right, go up 5 notes, G, A, B, C, D. Keep all the notes from G, which were F sharp, and add the 7th note sharp, which would be D minus 1 is C sharp. All right, so we add a C sharp. So you just practice going up a fifth, D, A, up a fifth from A is E, and then we get to B, F sharp, up a fifth from F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp. What do you know? That's the same as D flat. So the circle of fourths and fifths really work interchangeably. It's whichever way up works for you. Now again, this is a useful tool because now I can see, oh, A has 3 sharps. And then I remember what my sharps are, done. But it really is the sort of thing that you want to try to memorize as quickly as possible in order to be as efficient as you can. The scale does also work, I'm sorry, the circle does also work for minor, and you'll find those in your information. But, you know, A, up a fourth from A would be D, up a fourth from D would be G, and if you look, these are all relative minors. So that works, all right? And it goes the same way the other way. So hopefully you find the circle of fourths and fifths useful. I would suggest practicing drawing several on your own, because it's the sort of thing that you can always take into a quiz with you mentally, and then you've got a lot of help.